Hello world, Mr. Resistor here, continuing our Alpha Newbro journey. So let's see, we trained up some diplomacy, got our small projectile turrets up to level 4, good stuff. And let's see, our reward today is this booster, which is not particularly useful to us today. So, our agenda for today is heading back to Minmatar space and doing a mission. So, since I don't have okay, so I've got the ship loaded up with everything I want to take back with me. Nothing's left here. So I don't have my locations set up and saved yet, we'll use the personal assets window, which will tell you what you have in every station that you have stuff in. So I'll go ahead and set a destination there. As you can see, I still have it set to shortest path. So we're going to be going through some low-sec systems. But should be fairly safe because we're not going to be doing autopilot. So we'll be
warp drive
moving
active
pretty quickly. And not hanging out at gates too much. So, but, you know, if we do get caught in a gate camp, it's not necessarily going to be a huge loss.
warp drive active.
So, another thing on our agenda is to get one of our thrashers fitted. Not sure. I guess we'll have to see how long it takes us to travel. It would be nice to get that going and get started on our
warp drive active.
destroyer kills for our air career stuff. But maybe it's worthwhile to take the time
Warp drive active.
anyway. To talk about how I go about fitting a ship. Now, definitely, there are people who are more expert at that than I am. Hateless Gaming, Ace Face come to mind. I'm sure there are a few others if I thought about it more.
Warp drive active.
Hateless especially does a lot of test fits, although he doesn't usually post his fits in his comments, which is a little bit annoying. But then again, neither have I. So, yeah, I don't know. If that's something that you guys want, then leave a comment, and I'll try to start doing that. Unfortunately, I'm still catching up on my uploads, so it'll be several days,
Warp drive active.
maybe a week before I actually get to uploading this one. And yeah, I don't I haven't been labeling my rough video files in any kind of meaningful way, so if I was more organized, I'd probably be doing that.
Warp drive active.
I wonder if there's some way to set up OBS to automate that sort of thing. That would be cool. Maybe I should look into that. Some kind of a metadata system that YouTube would read. Of course, I guess it would have to be set up on the YouTube side also.
Warp drive active.
Maybe that's too much to expect. Technically possible, though. So, who knows? Maybe that's something I'll look into next time I don't have a project that I'm already working on for a client. So,
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
I've thought about trying to add details about
Warp drive active.
what sort of things are covered in each video. Unfortunately, that would require me actually going back and watching them all again, which unfortunately is something I just don't have time for. So, So yeah, I guess something to think about for my
Warp
next
drive
project
active.
or next series of videos or something. I don't know. Maybe if people care, I can go back and take clips from some of the older videos and, I don't know, make like some
Warp
how-tos or
drive
something.
active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Alright, so according to OBS, we're at, we'll probably be at 13 minutes when we get to our destination, so that's slightly less than a minute per jump, which is not too bad. Especially for a base ship that's not fit for travel. Or fitted for travel, I guess I should say.
Warp drive active.
It does the job fine, just not particularly fast.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Alrighty, so I think we will go to Heck. Minmatar Space has 2 trade hubs. One is Ren's, one is Heck. I think I believe Ren's is probably closer. Maybe I should check that. Yeah, 5 jumps. Eh. I don't remember which one is the hub, though. Yeah. Well, I know Heck better, so that's where we're gonna go. Boundless Creation Factory is the main hub, and they have a level 1 security mission guy there. So, that's where we're gonna go. We'll unload this. And we will assemble one of our wreaths. Let's see. Is this? See if we can get our wreath to hold this much. Now, I believe we have some expanded cargo holds. So, what does that get us up to? Ugh. Only 5,800. Okay, well that's not enough to transport our ship. So, what if we add this? 6,600. Well, it's an improvement, but it is not enough. So, I guess we'll just have to fly the Thrasher itself. Not ideal necessarily, but it is what it is. Alright, so let's go ahead and work out our fit first. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 high slots, and 7 can hold guns. So, because I am a salvage junkie, that means 7 guns and 1 salvager. Now, the other thing we want to look at is this right here. So, this will tell you essentially how the ship is designed to be fit. Right? So, small modules, projectile turrets, and shields. And that makes some sense here, right? We've got 3 mid slots, so that's usually an indication that you're dealing with a shield ship, whereas having more low slots would maybe indicate a preference for armor. You can also look over here, right? We've got slightly more shield than we do have armor, so even though it's relatively balanced, still arguably a preference for shields. So anyway, we start with guns, and I think that what we want to do is we'll go with autocannons. Let's see. So, prototype, gallium, do scout. Let's see, do I have any 125 scout and prototype? All right, so let's take a look. Is there a... No. Okay. All right, so leaving out faction, which we definitely can't afford, and Tech 2, which we can't fit. So really, I think our choice is between Scout and Prototype. These prices seem wrong, but I guess we'll see. So, let's see, we're gonna have differences in... Yeah, reload time should all be the same. Activation cost is all 0. Accuracy fall off is all the same. Tracking is all the same. CPU, power grid is all the same. Damage modifier, optimal range. Yeah, I think those are our actual. Alright, so optimal is 1080, CPU is 5, damage modifier is 2.7, whereas for prototype we've got a little less damage, a little less range, and the same CPU for what looks like is cheaper. Okay, so we'll follow those patterns through the different sizes. So let's go ahead and assume let's see, we need 7 of these, so yeah, well, let's start with Scout and see where that puts us. Puts us up to 4.4. It's our budget, 18. As a general rule, you shouldn't fly anything that you can't afford to replace. We're arguably going to be violating that rule. Alright, and a salvager, and we're looking good down here. So... mid slots. Definitely need shield. Remember, we can usually fit a medium extender. Let's go with azeotropic. So it's a little easier to fit. And then we're gonna want a multi-spectrum hardener. And let's see. Compact or enduring. Let's go with, let's see, we could fit 2 of those. I don't think we want to, I think we need to have a propulsion mod on here too, though. But let's go to our low slots first, because we know we want a damage control. And let's see, we probably also want a gyro stabilizer. All right, and back to propulsion. Microwarp's going to put us over on CPU. Let's see. The metas. Okay. YT8 puts us close. That'll give us a lot of mobility, because this is not a super fast ship, right? With our with our micro warp, that puts us up to 1600. But obviously that's not sustainable. Right? We've only got a minute 30 of capacitor there. So one thing we could do, if we want to be able to sustain speed rather than just have bursts of speed, is go for an afterburner. And that would maybe maybe make us cap stable. With a fit like this, I don't usually worry about cap stability, because this is assuming that I've got everything that uses cap running at the same time, whereas my usual state, I'm not going to have the salvager activated, right? So that gives me another minute of cap time. And most of the time I'm also not going to have the microwave warp drive, right? That's for closing on targets and escaping if I need to. So I'm stable otherwise, and that's really what you need, is just, what's your sort of base state as far as combat goes, right? I'll have my shield hardener running and my guns going, and I'm cap stable in that case. So that's a good place to be. But we've got this CPU problem, and that's where we go to rigs. So we're going to go to engineering, and processor overclocking, I believe, is the one we want. And we can use the T1 for that. Now let's see. We've got a couple of other options here. We can either go for guns, probably tracking and range, or we can go for shields. Since kind of going for like a brawler kind of a fit here, I think I'm gonna go for shield rigs. So that'll give us a little better survivability. So, and again, we're gonna go for T1, I think, just because, yeah, we don't have 8 million to spend on a shield extender. So, that brings us up to 8,500 EHP, which is pretty good. And so our other options, okay, so Purger increases our shield recharge. I don't remember what Operational Solidifier does. It's not one that I normally use. But I'm inclined to go with the EM Reinforcer just to plug that hole. Alright, so we're looking at 6.6 million, which is not bad. And the only thing we're lacking is ammo. So, as you recall, phased plasma is my ammo of choice. Especially for a brawler ship like this, where I'm not expecting to be at long range. You can really just get in there and hit hard. So we're looking at 172 DPS, which is not too shabby. Alright. So, we'll go ahead and, call this PVE1? Oh. PVE1. And we'll save that. And let's see, do we have any of the parts that we need? I don't think we do. Well, that's okay. Yeah, so, quick way to check while you're in simulation mode. Hit our Fit Ship button. Yes. And here it'll give us a list of everything that we're missing, which is, of course, everything. Alrighty, so real quick, let's check our actual price on these. Yeah, that's about what I thought. We're looking at, oh, okay. Well, we've got one here. And that is a decent price, so might as well buy it. You can do buy all. It typically only looks at the current station that you're in. I don't know. I find it a little bit annoying to use, so I typically go through and check everything one at a time. nothing else we can get here, so we'll go ahead and hit that again. And it'll note that this is down to 6 because it already put one of them in the thing. And let's see, we'll take some stuff with us. We will take this because that's going to be another like 3.5 million ISK for us when we sell that. And what else? Take this ammo. Is there anything else that we need to take now? Nothing jumps out at me as urgent, but we will do a little bit of cleanup. So all of these civilian parts, I am going to trash because they're not really worth anything. And everything that's left that I've used before, I will repackage for easier transportation, and of course you have to do that in order to sell it. Alright, now how are we looking? Alright, so, well, let's start throwing stuff in the ship and see what all we can take. Oh yeah, we don't need that, since that's a mission-specific item. We'll wait on the ore. Let's see. Don't need that anymore. Take that. And we'll take those. Metal scraps. I think everything else we'll leave for right now. And actually, let's get a little something going for the future. So let's see. Do I have? I do. Okay. All right. Yeah. Don't have any here. Oh, now we do. Let's see. What's our difference? Man, that's a big difference. All right. Well. still. We're looking at cost of materials is 316. Price to sell is 594. So still pretty good. Buy that. 180. There we go. And we'll go ahead and start that. So next time we come out here, weird. Okay. So yeah, next time we come out here, we'll have something to take back to market.
Warp drive active.
So let's just check our current details here. Got our one gun, and that's it. Yeah, so max velocity 310, warp speed 4.5, so this is going to be a little bit slower of a journey. I forgot to ensure it. Can I do that in space? I think I can. Well,
Warp drive active.
it's a fairly safe path, so shouldn't get ganked, but could happen.
Warp drive active.
So let's check our sales. Alright, so I don't know that we've sold anything since we last checked, actually.
Warp drive active.
What are our market orders looking like? Yeah. So we've got 8 still. Well, 86 days. Hopefully those sell. Not much we can do about it from here, unless we want to travel to Amar. Which we don't. So, they're just going to sit there, and hopefully they sell soon enough that they don't become a problem for us selling stuff here in inventory space.
Warp drive active.
That said, let's see what trade skills I have available. Just marketing. Well, Okay, yeah. Hopefully that stuff sells then.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Not too bad as far as travel time. We are slightly slower, of course, than the Slasher, but not by much in the ways that matter for long distance travel. We do have considerably more capacitor also, so.
Warp drive active.
I'm sure you noticed the capacitor warnings while we were making our trip back to Maluka. Still got that song stuck in my head. Unlucky Morpheus Cadaver. If you want to have it stuck in your head too.
Warp drive active.
Oh hey, clipping.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
I guess it's cool that the camera doesn't just collide with the station. That would be even more disorienting, probably. Alrighty, here we go. So, this is gonna be our new home. And so let's move all this stuff out. First things first, sell this guy. Yeah, so just sell immediate. Or 3.5 million. That's pretty much. There's another meta of this there that's worth about the same amount, and those are pretty much the highest value loot you're gonna get running missions. Well, low-level missions in high sec anyway. All right, so do this again. Blah blah. Oh man. Okay. I choose you as a player-owned station that's basically right outside. So we will go ahead and set destination there. And we'll buy, let's say 1,500. Alrighty. Close that. Fit again. And that should have us all fit except for the ammo. Alright, so we'll grab this mission. I just put so much work into raising my MR status. Alright, there we go.
Warp drive active.
Like I said, I choose you as right outside.
Docking request accepted.
Undock. Group these. Here. That there. And there we go. Not necessarily the best arrangement, but it's
Warp drive
the one I'm used to.
active.
Oh, I should have checked if I had any Thrasher skins.
Warp drive active.
Basement retard ships always kind of make me laugh that they're just rust. Just rust colored. Alright. There we go. That's what we were looking for. Boom. Got another one. Beautiful. Yeah. Nice. Is that it for our mission? I think it is. Alrighty.
Warp drive active.
Alright, so I think actually between the one we just sold and this one, that might even pay for our ship. That's a pretty good return. Let's see, does it tell us what our... it doesn't give us running total, does it?
Warp drive active.
But let's see. Would have brought us up to what? About 22 million. We're down to 15, so that means it was about 7 for a ship.
Docking permission
So,
requested.
yeah.
Docking request accepted.
We are going to need to buy more ammo, though. I definitely miscalculated how much I was going to need. Alright, well, I'll go ahead and sell this guy. Yeah, so I think that brings us back up to where we started. Oh, and don't forget insurance. It's not a lot, but you never know. Alright, so we're looking at just over an hour now, so I think we will call it a day. So, until next time, have a good one.